How y'all doing?
I was in the neighborhood, so I decided to check out Christie's auction house in New York City. Hello, I'm Samantha Brunson of Bauble Clubhouse. If this is your first time here, welcome. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. If you know anything about Iris Apfel, then you already know that this is about to be a feast of the eyes based on the description. But if you don't know anything about what we're about to get into, yesterday I made it over to Christie's auction house in New York City because they were doing a preview of Unapologetically Iris, the personal collection of Iris Apfel. It was a feast for the eyes and it did not disappoint. So strap in and get ready to see all of the funness. I could really do a better job of making this feel exciting for you all. It was. Stick around. For those of you who might not know anything about Iris, she was the definition of personal style. She was an interior designer and a fashion icon and a businesswoman. And more than anything, she was a walking work of art. Her oversized glasses, layers of chunky bangles, and a wild mix of textures made her instantly recognizable. She wasn't afraid to be bold. In fact, she lived for it. Iris was born in 1921 in Queens, New York, and she studied art history before working to become an interior designer, where she and her husband founded Old World Weavers, a textile company that specialized in historic reproductions. Through their work, they traveled the world collecting fabrics and antiques. Multiple presidents hired them to do renovations, and just like no big deal. Iris wasn't just an interior designer. Her fashion was legendary. She mixed couture pieces with flea market finds and always embraced the unexpected. The best part? She made getting older look fun. She didn't believe in playing it safe, and she definitely didn't believe in blending in. All of this brings us to the amazing collection that is currently on view at Christie's. It's open for viewing in New York from February 8th to February 12th, and the online auction runs from January 28th to February 13th, which means the closing bid is on February 13th. And yes, you can view the entire collection online, and I'm going to drop a link to the collection in the description below. Now let's talk about my personal favorite pieces of the collection, which were her costume jewelry and her glasses, and those were all on display. Iris was known for her love of accessories. There were huge sculptural pieces and over-the-top items, and each one told a story. We were told about this necklace that looked like it was made of little flowers, but when you looked closer, they were just painted plastic water bottles that were shaped into the form of a flower, and it made this amazing noise as it was moved around. It became a whole sensory experience. Also, when you first walked in, there was a gigantic ostrich bar on display. The wing opened up and you could see the bar cart underneath. And then Christie's paired that with a Kermit the Frog, just to emphasize fun and whimsy. They mixed her designer pieces with items from her collaborations. Over the years, she did a bunch of collaborations with companies like Ruggable and H&M, and it really captured the full scope of her style and her high-low aesthetic. So they had items from H&M next to Dries Van Noten, which is just makes it so much more fun. Now, whenever I visit Christie's, I really like to dress up a little bit, and for Iris Apfel, I feel like that just feels natural to do. I chose to wear one of her bangles. Actually, I bought it from Iris herself more than 10 years ago. She had a collection sale in the city, and this struggling fashion wannabe made it over through the tunnel and the bridge to get to Iris and bought the bangle from her. She was absolutely lovely. I only talked to her for 10 seconds, but it was quite the experience. And so wearing the bangle to the auction felt like bringing the bangle home to its family of bangles. And it felt like the perfect way to pay tribute to the fashion icon that she was. Okay, so now let's talk about the vibe at Christie's itself. It is such a fun mix of people every time I go there, from serious art collectors to some fashion lovers. And then there are people like me who just love and appreciate seeing beautiful things in person. And you might think that that's not going to be the vibe, but you can go there and have a really enjoyable time. The team at Christie's is so lovely and so welcoming, and I would recommend going there. It's a 10 out of 10 experience, and it's free. And pro tip, there's actually a cafe hidden within Christie's. I don't know how many people know that. I think it's one of New York's hidden gems, even though Christie's is like this iconic landmark in New York. I don't know how many people know that you can actually just go to Christie's and view the items for free, and that there is a cafe that you can walk into and enjoy and have a lovely espresso surrounded by gorgeous works of art. Obviously, being an over-the-top fashion girly, for her fashion, Iris is an inspiration to me, but it's not just about her fashion. She was fearless. She once said, "When you don't dress like everyone else, you don't have to think like everyone else." And that is exactly what her legacy teaches all of us. Wear what you want, be bold, and most importantly, have fun with fashion, have fun with your surroundings. If you're going to be in New York this week, then I highly recommend checking out this exhibition. I guess it's not really an exhibition, but it feels like that, the way they have it all laid out. And if you're not going to be in New York, then again, you can browse the entire collection online. The photos are super crisp and clear. And also, for just nosiness purposes, they have the prices or the starting bids for each of the items. This is not where the prices are going to end up, because again, it's an auction, but it is kind of fun to just like get a sneak peek at where all of this stuff is going to go. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite Iris Apfel style moment? And actually, I don't know where that accent came from. And actually, I think it'd be really fun if we all shared what our signature style piece would be. For me, I think it would be my wigs and my knits and my chunky scrap yarn sweater. But what would that item be for you? If you had to boil yourself down into one item of fashion or one item of interior design, because we're talking about Iris, what would that be? Let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to chat. And before we go, the pattern of today's video is right here. I'm going to put it right here. It's going to be really funny if nothing pops up right here. All of my patterns and for knit and crochet items are available on my Ravelry and my Etsy, and all of that will be linked below. This hat is available in my Etsy, and that will be linked below. I hope you all have a wonderful week, or until the next time I see you, which might be a little bit. I'm getting better at uploading videos in 2025. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye! Okay, I did not cover the video. I did not cover the camera very well. Bye-bye!